All right, today we're talking about a first aid technique that's, well, it's so simple, but it is absolutely critical. It can literally be the difference between life and death in an emergency. And you know what the best part is? You don't need any special equipment, just the know-how. So let's talk about the recovery position.
So, let's just jump right in. Picture this. You find someone who's unconscious, but you can see they're breathing, right? Their chest is moving up and down. What's the number one biggest risk to them in that exact moment? I bet the answer is going to surprise you.
It's not some complicated medical mystery. No, the biggest, most immediate threat is something way more basic. It's their own airway getting blocked. And this is a silent killer. It can happen in seconds. That's why we have to start here.
Okay, so here's what's going on. When someone is unconscious, all their muscles go completely slack, and that includes the tongue. Because of where it sits, it can just flop back into the throat and plug up the airway. It's like a cork in a bottle. A really simple mechanical problem, but with absolutely devastating consequences.
But hey, if the problem is that simple, maybe the solution is too, right? And it is. We don't need any high-tech gear. We just need to use gravity. Yep, that same force that keeps us on the ground. We're about to see how gravity is our best friend here.
And yeah, there's even a cool name for it. A gravity-assisted airway. Kind of says it all, doesn't it? The whole idea is to position the body in just the right way so gravity works for us, not against us, pulling everything that could block the airway down and out.
This slide just lays it all out perfectly. Look, on the left, that's the danger zone. Someone's on their back, their tongue falls back, and any fluid, vomit, blood, whatever, it just pools right there. A total disaster waiting to happen. But now look at the right. Just by turning them on their side, boom, everything changes. The tongue falls forward, gravity takes over, and all that stuff drains right out of their mouth. The airway is open. It's that simple.
Okay, so now we get the why, right? We're just using gravity. So let's get into the how. Let's break down the actual steps of the recovery position and see how it all works. It really comes down to just 4 key things, and they're super easy to remember. Step 1, you gently get them onto their left side. Step 2, tilt their head back a bit, but make sure their face is pointing down so things can drain. Step 3, bend that top leg. And step 4, use their top arm to cushion their head. That's the whole shebang. And look, every single one of those steps has a reason. Putting them on the left, that's just the standard, but it might also help keep things from coming up from the stomach. Tilting the head down, that's the money shot. That's what makes sure everything drains out. And that bent leg, think of it like a kickstand on a bike. It keeps them from rolling over onto their face. Then the arm under the head just keeps the neck nice and stable. See? Every part has a job.
And this isn't just some random thing you learn in a first aid class and forget. Nope. This is a go-to tool for the pros. Paramedics, EMTs, they use this all the time. Let's talk about where it shows up in the real world.
Seriously, first responders lean on this position constantly. They're using it after someone has a seizure, for people who are intoxicated, during some diabetic emergencies, even in trauma situations, as long as they're not worried about a spinal injury. It's a fundamental piece of their toolkit, for sure.
And get this is really important. Sometimes, even with an ambulance packed with all sorts of fancy equipment, a patient just can't handle a breathing tube or other gadgets. So what do the pros do? They go right back to basics. They use this simple position to keep the person safe all the way to the hospital.
Okay, so we've covered a lot. What's the one big idea you need to walk away with? Let's boil it all down to why this really truly matters.
It really all boils down to this one simple goal. You've got 3 jobs. Keep the tongue forward, keep stuff draining out, and keep that airway open. That's it. That's the whole game. Everything else is just in service of that mission.
And maybe the most powerful thing about all this, you need 0 equipment. Nothing. This isn't about what's in your first aid kit. It's about what's in your head. It's just knowledge and knowing what to do with your own 2 hands.
So that leaves us with one last question to think about. After everything we just gone through, this simple idea about gravity, these 4 easy steps, could this knowledge, the knowledge you have right now, save a life? You already know the answer. Absolutely yes.